Howdy ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's video. This video is all about the Dawning event, what you want to do and how you want to do it the best. So let's jump in with the gifts and weapons you can get from this event. So firstly, we have a few weapons returning to us from previous Dawning events, as well as a brand new weapon for the Dawning 2020 event. The first one I will mention is the Cold Front SMG, which falls into the 750 RPM and aggressive frame archetype. As you can see from the stats I've pulled up on screen, this SMG has a lot of recoil to deal with and low stability to help keep your aim under control, but has a nice range of 46, which should help you engage your targets further distance than some of the other SMGs. Now for me, the 900 RPM and the 750 RPM archetype SMGs are probably my favourite to use. Now here are the perks that the gun can roll with, which are slightly different from the last version, and if you need some more time to view these, then please just pause the video or go check out light.gg. The next weapon is another returning weapon from the very first Dawning, I believe. Please don't flame me in the comments if I'm wrong, it has been a long time. The returning weapon in question is the machine gun Avalanche, and boy is this a relief for a lot of PvPers that have been waiting for a good replacement for their old hammerhead machine gun. As you can see from the stats on screen, this solar machine gun falls into the 450 RPM archetype and adaptive frame, which is the same as the hammerhead. It has a good range stat of 55 with a nice stability stat of 46 to help keep your aim on point. But probably the stat that stands out the most is the aim assist at a whopping number of 90. That's almost maxed out and will help bend all your bullets to be on target, enabling you to shred through multiple foes, especially in PvP. Now I will just keep the random rolls up on screen for a few seconds, and you can pause the video if you want to take a better look or go check out light.gg as I have mentioned before. Now let's take a look at the newest weapon and another great contender for all you PvP players out there. The Glaciocasm, or rather the Erentil FR4 2.0, is the latest fusion rifle that has arrived with the Dawning 2020 event and is already seeing quite a bit of use inside the Crucible. The impact and range are almost identical to the Erentil FR4 and gives this new fusion rifle the same one-shot capabilities inside the Crucible. Now, like with the other two guns, I will just be leaving the random rolls up on screen, and you can pause the video or again go visit light.gg if you want to. Now you'll probably be thinking, okay, I know what gear to get from this event, but how do I get the gear and how can I farm for the roles I want? Well, it's a very simple task of baking cookies and giving them to their respective NPCs. For example, Shax wants the vanilla blade cookies while Zer wants the strange cookie. So in order to bake a cookie, you will need an uncommon ingredient, a rare ingredient and some essence of Dawning, but note that you will need to get the combination correct, otherwise you will end up with the burnt transit edge cookie that cannot be given to anybody. Another couple of things to note is that the oven saves the recipes for all successful cookies, so you won't have to remember them, and can be masterworked by baking one of every cookie and unlocking every recipe. This will then reduce the cost of Essence of Dawning down to 10 per cookie. So now it's time to tell you how and where to get these magical ingredients from, and first up are the uncommon ingredients. First up we have Vex Milk, which is collected by killing Vex anywhere in the system. Next we have Ether Cane, which is obtained through killing fallen enemies. Then Cabal Oil, which is obtained by defeating Cabal enemies. Next is Chitin or Chitin powder, which is awarded by killing Hive foes. Taken Butter, which is collected by killing taken enemies. And finally we have Dark Ether Cane, which comes from defeating the Scorn. Something I want to mention now before we get too far into the ingredients and how to get them is that they are all RNG based with their drop rate, so it will not be a 1-to-1 ratio to collect the ingredients, and you could kill multiple foes before you see an ingredient drop. Due to this, Some of the ingredients, especially the rare ingredients, can be harder to acquire due to the RNG nature of the drop rate and requiring you to get specific types of kills. Now let's move on to the rare ingredient list. We'll start with Delicious Explosions. Comes from explosive kills of any kind, so kills from your class grenade or your rocket or grenade launcher. Sharp flavor, which you get from kills from any sword. Impossible heat, solar kills from your class abilities or your weapon element. Electric flavor, which is arc kills from your class ability or weapon element. Null taste, which is void kills from your class ability or weapon element. Flash of inspiration, generate orbs of light with masterwork weapons or supers, and I found this to be pretty annoying due to the RNG nature of the ingredients. Personal touch, melee kills on any enemy type, and yes, this is any melee kills regardless of your ability cooldown. Perfect taste, getting any precision kills on any enemy type. Bullet spray, kills with automatic weapons such as SMGs, auto rifles and machine guns. Finishing touch, getting kills with your finishing moves. Multifaceted flavors, earn multi kills on any enemy type. Pinch of light, collect orbs of power. I would recommend going to Altars of Sorrow or the Blind Well, since a lot of people are usually there and spamming their super abilities. Balanced flavors, get bow kills, sniper kills or scout rifle kills. Superb texture, super kills on any enemy type. So that's all the ingredients, and that brings us onto the massive list of cookies and their respective recipes. This may seem daunting at first look, but don't fret. As I mentioned earlier in the video, the oven will remember each recipe for you, so you will not have to memorize them. Just make the cookie once and then your oven will remember that recipe and will allow you to rebake that cookie by just selecting it from one of the oven's menus. It is also a good chance that most of you watching this video already have a bunch of recipes already unlocked from one of the previous Dawning events and can get stuck in with grinding out the new cookies to give and get gifts to open for your gear. But before I go into the best ways to farm ingredients, let's have a look at the 5 new cookie recipes you will want to unlock to masterwork your oven for this event. So first up we have Shaw's Cookie, Blueberry Crumblers, and this will want an ether cane plus a bullet spray and some essence of course. Next is a cookie for Tess, Bright Dusted Snowball, and this needs chitin powder plus a multifaceted flavor. Barrick's Cookie is the Etheric Cold Snaps, which requires a chitin powder and an electric flavor. Eva is next on the list with her classic butter cookie, and this takes a taken butter and a superb texture to make. Lastly is the Crow's Cookie, and yeah, who wants to give this guy cookies, am I right? But anyway, his cookie requires a dark ether cane with a balanced flavors to make. And as I've said before, giving these cookies to the correct person will net you a reward and possibly a gift in return to open up, but also remember to grab your quest from Eva, as you can get a guaranteed Glacier Chasm for completing one of the steps, which I believe is the step to give Zavala his cookie, but I may be wrong, along with a newer emblem, a new exotic ship with some pretty fun unique perks and mods for the event, as well as getting previous exotic sparrows and being able to fully upgrade one of the previous exotic sparrows as well. Now it's time to move on to how to farm the ingredients and the essence of Dawning, as this is going to be the most needed ingredient for any cookie. So firstly, to get the uncommon and rare ingredients, the best thing I can suggest is to just play the game and you will start to collect a bunch of ingredients. If you are looking to get a specific ingredient, then use the list I will post as a pinned comment to find out what types of kills you need to perform and set up your gear and go to an area that will accommodate for that. However, for the essence of Dawning, there are a few methods and strategies you can employ to maximize the amount of essence you can get. So firstly, I will start off by stating that the essence will drop from a lot of different sources, but are all generally locked behind completing an activity like a strike, gambit match or crucible matches. Now with that in mind, one of the fastest activities to complete are the lost sectors. Now with Beyond Light bringing in legend lost sectors, these have fast become one of the best ways to farm your Essence of Dawning. All you need to do is find a Legend Lost Sector and kill all the champions that spawn in the Lost Sector, kill the end boss, loot the chest, leave and re-enter. The reason you want to kill all the champions is to make sure you get that platinum reward for the max amount of essence, which is something like 15 or so per run. I am going to be dropping my Discord link in the video description down below so people can join it and find other players who are farming these Legend Lost sectors as well to group up with for fun or even faster runs than solos. The next best way to farm Essence of Dawning is the new season's special activity, the Wrathborn Hunts. These only take a couple minutes to complete as well and net you some essence upon every completion. With the lore now also holding 5 charges and the fact you can charge it up by playing it in Crucible, Gambit or running a strike, this is a very efficient way of farming essence, as you will also be getting a ton of uncommon and rare ingredients at the same time. And if you're like me and you're still trying to get good rolls on the new seasonal weapons, then you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone in this way. So there is only one last thing to mention in the Dawning 2020 guide, and that is the quests to complete, especially the community quest. These quests just require you to bake a specific cookie and deliver it to the correct person, but also generate a certain amount of Dawning spirit. So this Dawning spirit is gained through giving cookies to the correct vendors by completing and claiming in the new Dawning triumphs, and if you complete enough steps from one of the Dawning quests, then you will unlock the final perk on the new exotic ship that will sometimes generate some Dawning spirit for you when you actually get an ingredient to drop. So I hope you have all found this guide on the Dawning to be helpful or informative. If you haven't already, then how about hitting that subscribe button and help me help you more. If you want to show extra support or just want to give your opinion on the video, then you can always give me a thumbs up or down, and or even leave me a comment down below. You can also catch me streaming sometimes over on Twitch, and I'll leave the link in the description down below. If you want to get my notifications on videos and live streams all in one place, or just want to join into the Destiny community, then how about joining my Discord server and help make it an awesome place to be. So thank you all for your viewership, and as always, keep safe, keep well, and I'll catch you later. And out.